A post last night, by the way?
No.
Did that cross your...
No.
Morris Day and the Time. Everybody remembers Morris Day and the Time. He says that whoever's running the Prince estate has said that he can no longer use that name. Because that was the thing with Prince, is that all of those people in his orbit were essentially people that he got a cut of. So if it was Vanity Six, or it was Apollonia, or it was... There was another girl group in there, too, Carmen Electra. He discovered her and produced her first album, and Morris Day and the Time. And I don't know if Kid Creole and the Coconuts was part of the Prince empire or not.
So he can't be Morris Day and the Time anymore?
Well, Morris Day is his name, and I would think that most people would know him well enough to know that even if he had to drop the Time, they're going to know what they're getting.
Yeah.
But he and Prince apparently had some arrangement for a long, long time, and he posted a big, long thing saying that the people who are now running the Prince estate, you might recall when Prince died, everybody came out of the woodwork trying to say that they were somehow related to Prince. I'm his second cousin, because there was a lot of money to be made. It's like a week after Prince, this was a guy who famously didn't want his music used for anything that he didn't have control over. This guy dies. A week later, it's in insurance commercials, and it's selling smoothies, and it's... so the family was like, time to get ours. Morris Day says the Prince estate is not letting him use the name Morris Day and the Time in any capacity.
This is what it's like when you use Dove soap.
That's right. Planters, let's get crazy. Eat our nuts. The family says that's not entirely accurate.
There's
the way that he
Applebee's,
described.
so you get to... Tonight we're going to eat for $19.99.
Dude, we're like half joking.
I know.
That's essentially what his family did.
Yeah.
They said, who wants Prince music? And they sold it to everyone.
Get that. This is Entenmann's red velvet cupcake.
Yeah. So,
I like doing stuff like that.
yeah, there's all kinds of songs that they got to use. But Morris Day says that, well, now the family says you can't do this anymore. And, but again, if Morris Day was a stage name, I'd be like, well, that sucks. He can't go out as, Jerry Frankel. But Morris Day is his name. But he says, so they're going to be hashing this out.
So that's pretty greedy, I feel like. I mean, I know people are greedy, but that sucks. Like, let the guy go out as the Time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, Diamonds and Pearls. They probably used that for some jeweler, right? The Batman album that he did, 1989.
Oh, it's a great album.
When Tim Burton asked Prince to write an original song for the Batman album, Prince said, what if I just give you an entire album? And very little made it into the film. But that album went to number 1.
There's a lot of those songs in the film.
There's a couple.
There's because there's Bat Dance, and then there's the one when he's going into the art museum, and then there's the one when they're...
Money, money, money. Who do you trust?
Yeah. And... I mean, 3. I think Bat Dance is in there somewhere.
He made a whole out. Yeah, Bat Dance was clips of the movie. And...
Oh, I got a live one here.
Go with a smile.
I remember this on the radio for a little while. It wasn't very good. Like, I like Prince a lot, but I thought this Batman stuff was super corny.
This Batman song isn't that good, but the Trust, that's a great song.
And where is the Batman?
Prince told Rolling Stone a long time ago that the songs were supposed to be the songs he had envisioned for the Batman soundtrack were going to be duets with him as the Joker and Michael Jackson as Batman.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Michael was doing the Bad World Tour, and it never came to fruition. But
Party Man's a great song.
it would have been great if Michael Jackson had been Batman, the Batman. But it was not to be because Michael Jackson was very, very busy and couldn't come off the road.
Very excited to see the new Batman tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it'll be good. Be very long. We know that.
Yeah, if it can't be good, be long.
Adam West! Hey kids, Batman!
Dad, that's not the real Batman.
Of course I'm Batman. See, here's a picture of me with Robin.
Who the hell's Robin?
Oh, I guess you're only familiar with the new Batman movies. Michelle Pfeiffer. Ha. The only true Catwoman is...
I never realized how much Adam West sounds like Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Or how much Jeff Goldblum sounds like Adam West.
Lee Merriweather or Eartha Kitt. And I didn't need molded plastic to improve my physique. Pure West. And how come Batman doesn't dance anymore? Remember the Bat-2-C? Yo, hey, yeah.
Nice meeting you. Just keep moving. Don't make eye contact.
The Bat-2-C. I have an album somewhere in my collection of these really... Oh, God. I wonder if it's streaming anywhere. It's like Batman hippie songs from the 60s or something.
Oh,
so it's
really?
like weird organ music and like go-go music, but it's people singing about Batman. And, man, I'd have to dig those up somewhere.
That show was so weird. The Batman TV series.
Yeah.
We'd watch it, and this was like in reruns, but me and my brother would watch it all the time. But man, it was corny and bad. And even as a kid, I'm like, this seems pretty lame.
The Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, as a kid, I didn't understand it was supposed to be campy because my mom was a huge fan of that Batman show. And so she's like, well, it was supposed to be silly and campy. I'm like, well, I get that. But I think I was too young to really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it was just on and we liked Batman. And like the movie had already come out. Like I'd already seen the Michael Keaton Batman. And so I was way more into that. But there was still something about it, like them walking up the side of the building where it's obviously just the camera's turned.
Yeah, right.
That's always a hilarious bit.
I really wish I had like the superhero bug like you guys. Like superhero movies don't do it for me.
I'm surprised because they have so many good-looking guys in them, and I feel like you could get
that's
into it
tight
just for that.
suits.
Yeah.
I watched, and this is how bad it was. The last Spider-Man I watched was the one with Tobey Maguire. I liked that.
I didn't like him at all as Spider-Man.
I liked the Tobey Maguire, and it was who was the girl in his love interest?
Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, that was the last one when he was upside down and she kissed him.
Those are 20 years old too.
Yeah.
So
That's what I'm talking about. Like that was the last one I watched with like my entire family, and that was it. So yeah, I would. Think
Have you even tried to watch any other ones, or you just don't even?
I do, but I'm like the Green Lantern was super boring.
That
Well,
sucked.
that's a terrible movie.
What about Blade?
I probably
The first Marvel movie.
I probably watched it. I just don't remember. Like you would think, just with like all the tights and the muscular men, like it would.
Have you ever? Do you have Disney Plus?
No, we have like damn near everything else. Hulu, Peacock, like Netflix.
No Disney Plus. I'm surprised.
No Disney
I was
Plus.
gonna say Iron Man would probably be like that. First Iron Man is so good, and you get Robert Downey Jr., who I feel like you would.
I don't think that's going to scratch him where he itches.
But he's so charming in that movie.
Yeah.
Like I think that would.
Does Van
activate
Helsing count as a superhero movie?
No, that doesn't even count as a movie.
It was such a good movie.
No,
it was
not.
awful.
You know,
Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman?
and Kate Beckinsale.
Oh my God. God bless them, because I love those underworld movies, and those stink too. But I love them. She's in that leather catsuit killing werewolves. Great. Van Helsing. Jesus.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying.
You don't have to be into superheroes.
But like it's just such a movement. It's almost like Star Wars. Like I get FOMO.
There's a lot of nerds in the world.
I know, but like I get FOMO because I'm like, these people can't be camping outside of a movie theater for 2 days because the movie sucks. And then like I'll humor
You'd
one of
be
my
surprised.
But it's all.
that's what I'm saying. I'll humor one of my friends.
But it almost has nothing to do with the movie. The movie gives them a central location to camp out and dress up. But it doesn't really matter if the movie's good or not.
I think I humored one of my roommates one time. I think this was back when I was in college. I forget what Star Wars movie was coming out, but we didn't watch it right then. We waited till it was on like pay-per-view or something like that. I don't remember exactly how we were watching it, but it was at home. And he started it. Everyone was like, "Shut up! No one better move. No one better make any noise." Like, finally, we get to see this.
This is the Adam Driver one?
I don't know, homie. I don't know. I don't remember.
I'm just saying, like, if he were in...
This is probably 20.
He's going back to Phantom Menace.
This is 2014, 2015. So whatever movie came out around then.
So, yeah, it's probably... I think that was Force Awakens, yeah.
Yeah. And so I watched, like, the first beginning credits, and they're like, "Oh, my gosh, dude, I'm about to..." I can't say what he was going to say, but he was like, "My pants are about to get messy." And I got into,
My parents are about to get messy.
My pants.
Oh, that makes more sense.
And I got into, like...
I thought he was sitting behind his parents watching.
I got into, like, a half hour of it, 45 minutes. I was like, what is going on? This is so slow.
Well, that's because you don't know the other movies.
See, I don't want to have to do research to watch
It's
a
not
new...
research. You watch the ones that came before it.
You also don't have...
I don't have 19 hours.
But
You
you also...
have all the time. All you do is re-watch the
I'm
R.
busy
Kelly
on lockdown.
You're watching R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly for the 8th time. Like, I don't have time to watch this fantasy stuff. I need to see real people with real tears.
Being on voluntary lockdown is the perfect time for you to do this. But you don't have any childhood connection to these movies either. Like, I saw Star Wars when I was in kindergarten,
That's what
things
I'm saying.
like that.
I feel cheated because I'm like...
And that's the thing, too. A lot of it comes from that childhood nostalgia and that connection to it. And for me, a lot of the Star Wars stuff is hit and miss. Like, I like Star Wars, but I don't go as deep. But I think what they did with the Marvel movie and making it... They're just fun movies. And then the way they all connect together, it creates this whole universe, and you get excited about it.
My mommy said I do have Disney
My mommy.
Plus.
Your mommy said what?
We do have Disney Plus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, there you go.
Check
They're
out,
all on there.
Check out the
I gotta find her
original,
username and password.
the first Iron Man. Watch that this weekend.
I'll see what I can do.
It's a good one. I think you'll like it.
I mean, Peacemaker, I finished. That was fun because I forget that I had those vigilante comic books.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm like,
Vigilante was
oh my,
funny.
it like just hit me.
Yeah.
Like second to last episode, I'm like, oh my God, Vigilante. He had a standalone title. For a while in the 80s, they were giving everybody their own comic book. It didn't matter. And Vigilante had his own. And so.
I just want to care. I want to care about this stuff because I feel like a lot of cute boys go to these movies and it would be a way for me.
I don't know about that. I mean,
there's a lot of cute nerds.
I don't know.
And they probably got a lot of money.
Cute
know about
nerds
that,
with a
man.
lot of money.
There's-
Now you're dreaming. They're going to have money or they're going to be cute.
Check out Iron Man. I think you'll like Iron Man. Give it a chance.
All right. And what's the backup? What if I don't like Iron Man? What do I go to? What
Then just don't even ever watch any movies ever again.
Well, watch
what's the one that shows the most skin?
Watch the Thor
Captain
movies
America.
are a little jauntier. I wonder if you'd like Ragnarok or
But you have to get to Ragnarok for them to kind of get that fun. I would say Captain America, the first Avenger.
What's
That'd
the
be a
one
good
that shows like the burnt penis? What movie was that?
Burnt penis.
Burnt Penis.
Like he
No, there was a character named Burt Penis. Is that who you're
No.
thinking of?
No.
No. Second in command at S.H.I.E.L.D. Watch The Winter Soldier, the one they shot here. You'll go, oh, I know where that is.
Well, he's got to go in order.
He's got to go in order.
Well, he's got to know what's going on. And that's why I say start
He
with...
just said he's not going to invest all that time.
But that's what I'm saying. If he watches Iron Man and he likes Iron Man, then we have a starting point, and then we can go from there.
the Ryan Reynolds one.
Deadpool?
Deadpool. Okay.
Okay, yeah, that he said he had like they showed like a half a burnt penis in that movie.
Yeah, you can...
Oh.
That one's fun. That's not
Yeah,
on
Deadpool's
Disney
fun.
Plus.
Is that a prosthetic?
But for that one to be as funny, you need to watch these others.
All right.
So...
Because
he
that's
makes a lot
Sony?
of
Is that why
jokes.
it's not on Disney Plus?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's Fox, but it's rated R. That's why it's not
I
on
see.
Disney Plus. I think it's on Hulu. But they make a lot of jokes about all the other Marvel movies in that, so you need to have some awareness for it to fully enjoy.
Yeah,
it.
he's
But
not going to do that work.
I'm saying, but maybe if he gets into it, if he watches the first Iron Man and likes it, then he can go through them, and I think he'll get into it.
Start with the Toxic Avenger. That'll explain everything to you.
So Van Helsing, Iron Man, and then the Avenger, the Toxic Avenger.
Just give Iron Man a watch. That was a great movie. I think you'll like it. And, I mean, what are your thoughts on Robert Downey Jr.? Is he a zaddy for you?
He's a zaddy, and he's a former crackhead, so he's got some edge to him. So I like him.
Who is a former... Robert Downey Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you have the same energy towards Robert Downey Jr. than you did like Whitney Houston?
Because he's not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And he's not dead. He got his stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
She did not.
My mom says Venom is the best DC.
Well, it's not DC.
Well, it's not a DC movie, and it's not the best.
I gotta tell you, I'm not feeling Venom, no. And I'll probably go see Morbius. I think that opens like in a couple of weeks. That movie's already like 2 years old. They shot that a while ago.
They keep moving it.
Yeah, but Venom didn't blow my skirt up. Like I like what they're trying to do. I get it, but there's something. It feels really dumb and corny to me. The whole Venom thing. He's making jokes and talking. And
That's
I'm
dumb and corny. None of the other movies.
No,
are dumb
there's
and
a
corny.
bunch that are dumb and corny. They're not all great.
What about Guardians of the Galaxy?
That's a good one.
Those are fun.
Those are fun and silly. And
my wife hates them, but I like them.
I say, watch Iron Man. If you don't like that one, text me and I'll put and tell me what you do and don't like about it, and then I'll put you on the course to find something that you do like.
Tell you what, start with Danger Mouse and Fraggle Rock, and then move on to Blade, Spider-Man. Watch The Incredible Hulk with Bill Bixby. Start there.
How far back is that?
Oh, 78,
70s,
79. And start with those. The live-action Spider-Man with Nicholas Hammond. You can go back to the live-action Fantastic Four. Watch Nick Fury with David Hasselhoff.
Oh, yeah, now you're talking. The unreleased Avengers that came out in the 90s. And then there's the made-for-TV Captain America movie that was real bad.
It's funny. Samuel L. Jackson has got some, his first, I think, TV project ever is on HBO. It's called The Lives of Ptolemy something. Huh? He's an old guy that's trying to get something. But, so he's doing press, and he's super pissed that he never won an Oscar. Because he's the highest grossing actor of all time.
Yeah.
And he's got Secret Invasion coming up, and he's got some animated new take on Blazing Saddles that he's doing. And, you know, he's like, I'm the guy who says things that get put on T-shirts. He's never won an Oscar. He lost for Pulp Fiction.
Who did he lose to?
Martin Landau for Ed Wood. Remember that?
That's garbage.
Martin Landau was so old.
I did like
but if you're up against an old guy, they're going to give it to the old guy. But
he's the old guy now. It's his turn.
Yes. But he's like, I should have won for Pulp Fiction. And he's like, I guess
Do I look like a bitch? Say what again? God, he's great. That's a great movie. Just watch that. Just watch Pulp Fiction.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
He said, I guess black folk usually win for doing despicable shrimp on screen. Denzel was a horrible cop in Training Day. They didn't give him anything for Malcolm X. So maybe I should have won for Pulp Fiction. It's about getting asses in seats, and I've done a good job of doing that. Man, I don't know why the Oscars don't nominate movies that people go see. If a movie makes $1 billion, nominate it for something.
Spider-Man, Best Picture. Spider-Man, No Way Home, Best Picture.
But if that's the case, then all the Fast and Furious movies would win every year.
No, they wouldn't win.
They
nominate them.
Yeah.
But they don't need to be. That's not visual excellence.
Yes, it is.
It's absolutely
Oscars,
visual excellence.
When those movies do get nominated, they get nominated for visual effects or things like that. Pulp Fiction should have beaten Forrest Gump for Best Picture that year.
Yeah.
Sorry, it should have. 30 years ago. Hey,
I love both those movies, but Pulp Fiction's better.
Yeah.
We hadn't seen anything like Pulp Fiction before that. All right.
Hey, do you want to start the weekend? How about that?
Everybody, have a drink, have a drink, have a drink on me. Everybody have a drink on me. Hey, hey, everybody drink on me. Brother Leslie, how?
All right, the way we get the weekend going around here is with the Bill Squire Friday Get Down in honor of the late, great Murray Saul here at WMMS. It's brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. Take it away, William.
It's Friday! You got to get down on Friday! It's a big weekend to get to the movies! Go see the Cape Crusader, drink some whiskey from the Cleveland Whiskey, and then enjoy some music by Prince Bad Dancer, Bad Dancer, Bad Dancer! It's Friday!
Bat Dancer.
Yeah,
I thought you said Bad Dancer. Now I get it. Woo, doggy.
Yep.
The Bill Squire Friday Get Down brought to you by Cleveland Whiskey. Now the weekend's underway. ClevelandWhiskey.com is going to have all kinds of delicious recipes, and they do tastings from time to time. You can get in a dozen plus states if you listen outside of Ohio. So find out where. Go to ClevelandWhiskey.com for all the details.
It's the Alan